guys, my name is Karisa and this is Lola, and I just wanted to take a minute to introduce myself before I present my project. I've been a personal trainer for about 9 years, and I am super interested in holistic health, and I would love to eventually be a holistic health coach. My mom is actually a holistic health coach, so she sort of inspired me to want to pursue the same thing. So I would love to include that with my personal training. This is actually my first holistic health class. I'm actually an English major, a third-year English major, and so I'm kind of switching gears a little bit, and I absolutely love it. I feel much more at home, and I've learned so much throughout the semester, which I hope to present to you on my poster board, everything that I've taken away from it. So first of all, I have me in the center. And around me are the 7 dimensions of health and holism. And I've also made sure to mention above there all the values I've determined to be my highest through DeMartini. And I have to say that I absolutely loved that book and have taken so much away from it, which I will explain as I go along. So first of all, my first highest value is spirituality. Second is my family. And third is health and exercise. And all 3 of these things filter into everything that I do. So firstly, in the financial dimension, I've written my own financial freedom checklist. Now, some of these things I've taken from the class, and some of these I've just learned in life. A lot of this section in class was extremely helpful for me because I have to say I've never really put a lot of thought into saving or saving for retirement or saving money from my paycheck. I've sort of just taken it day by day, but I've really learned a lot about the value of saving. So firstly, I know how I want to use my money, which I feel like is super important, that you give your money a job, as we've learned in the class. Second, I know how much money I have. Knowledge is power when it comes to your finances. Third, I make more than I spend, which really seems like it makes good sense. 4, I maximize my income. 5, I take advantage of tax savings. I pay all my bills on time. I put away at least 10% of my monthly income into savings. This is something I've never considered or done, which seems silly, but I've started doing that, and it's amazing how much I've actually been able to put aside. I live a sustainable lifestyle, and I consolidate my debt. I've always been really afraid of debt, but I feel like, knowledge is power. So consolidating everything and looking at your debt like an emergency, I feel, is very important. And really what I've taken away also is to know your worth, which I've learned from DeMartini. So know your worth is in know how much your time is actually worth. I don't think that I was charging enough for my personal training services before I took this class or read the values factor, but now I feel like my time is actually worth something and I'm charging what I feel like I really deserve, and it feels really great. So next, we'll move on to the familial dimension. And here I have a picture of my super wonderful, lovely, amazing family, and my daughter Amelia and me. And I've made sure to include a quote by Brene Brown, who I love. I think she's very, very inspirational, and I've learned a lot about the power of vulnerability from her. So the quote is, "You are imperfect and you're wired for struggle, but you are worthy of love and belonging." Being vulnerable is crucial to being open to life's joys. And relationships of any kind are about compromise, communication, and respect. And they also provide you with mirrors through which you can really examine yourself. I always consider both my partner and my daughter to be my gurus in a way. I've learned so much about myself and about love and about life by just allowing myself to be open and really get close to them. Moving on to the social dimension, I just have a picture, and the most basic thing I took away is that the desire to belong is a basic human need. And then for my physical dimension, This one I'm really passionate about, obviously, as a trainer and someone that is very passionate about health. I have a quote. So this is where, because I'm an English major, I realize that my project is very wordy, but I love quotes and I love words, so I had to include that because that's definitely a part of me. So take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. So 3 really important things that I've learned from this class and just in life are that peace and relaxation are incredibly important to your wellness. So things like meditation, mental imagery, and visualization are all tools for de-stressing and finding peace within yourself and wellness. I'm super interested in the chakra centers. And I definitely believe when an energy center is closed or congested, stress, disease, and illness may occur. My mom is actually a Reiki healer, and so I've experienced the power of opening up energy centers and how much better that can make you feel. And I certainly believe that your body contains ancient wisdom in each and every atom and each and every cell. And by really listening to our bodies, we can find our way back to wellness. And then moving on to the spiritual dimension, which I'm also very, very passionate about. I have, of course, put a quote at the top from Alan Watts, who I adore. You are the universe experiencing itself. My goals in this realm are to continue dismantling the ego, which equals more room for spiritual growth and awakening, and to meditate regularly, or just be. Stop the hurried, fast-paced lifestyle and just be. And as I mentioned, there is absolutely no part of my life that is untouched by my spirituality or by what I've learned from non-duality, which means not two or one undivided without a second. And then I've just put a question that I ponder a lot in regards to non-duality and my own spirituality, which is, what comes before the appearance of concepts and labels? And moving on to the vocational dimension, I have a picture of me at my job as a personal trainer. And actually, since beginning this class and reading DeMartini, I've stopped working at the gym that I worked at, and I've started training on my own. So I basically have my own business. I don't feel I was being compensated adequately for the amount of work I was putting in. So I was inspired to start my own business in which I can charge what I feel I deserve. And it is going very, very well. And again, I've taken so much from DeMartini, so I have a quote. Your truest and wisest way of serving the world is to do the thing you love the most. And then here is my philosophy. Holistic medicine, healing the total person, body, mind, and spirit. And finally, I have the mental dimension. And in this portion, I took a lot from the bit about cognitive restructuring. So again, another quote because I love them. The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry in your body. So I think it's important that everybody know that changing our perceptions is absolutely 100% possible, and that we should always, always challenge automatic thoughts. Something important that I've learned in my own life is not to turn molehills into mountains. So again, challenging automatic thoughts and widening my conscious perspective to allow for a change in perception. And as a writer and somebody that really enjoys creativity, I feel it's important to know that we should play and exercise our creativity daily. Again, I've taken so much from this class, and I've enjoyed this semester more than you can possibly understand. And I hope that I've been able to show that with my project. Thank you for listening.